All right. So, yeah. All right. Okay. So let's get started with this session, and we're going to do letter writing in this one. So let me quickly the worksheet. Okay. All right. So for IELTS students, I would like you to go to module 10 and then letter writing section. And for EMUs, same, go to letter writing section and open the lesson. So for IELTS, it's this one, general writing task 1 letter. And I want you to open the letter writing lesson. Don't worry about the homework. Don't worry about the video. You can watch the video at home. And let's just begin with the lesson now. And you can find the same lesson in for EMUs as well. So in EMUs, here, letter writing lesson, personal letter. So this is where you click and see it's exactly the same for both of you, for both IELTS and PTE. All right, okay, so letter writing. So everyone's already done it a few times. So those who've done the letter writing in the class, I'll quickly get you all to think of the informal words, So does everyone see the table on my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So you have the formal words written on one side, so on the left-hand side, and you have to think of the informal synonyms of the same words. Okay. So those who've done the letter in the class a few times, I want you all to start thinking of the informal synonyms of these words. Okay. By the time I explain others about the letter writing a little bit. Okay. So you can just write it on a piece of paper. All right. Okay. So for letter writing, it's hi, Levine. And
I'm good.
Kiran?
How are you?
Yeah, good, good. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
That's good. That's good. Beautiful. Okay, so we're doing letter writing now in this session. So for letter writing, there are 8 steps that you have to follow when you write a letter. And it can be any, so there are 3 types of letters that we do, that you get in your test. So one is formal letter. Then number 2 is semi-formal letter. And number 3 is informal letter. And today we are just focusing on informal letter. But for all different types of letters, the steps remain the same. You have to follow all these steps, for any different type of letter. So there's always an opening for a letter. So it can be, because today we're doing informal, so we're going to talk about just informal letter today. So Jason, can you quickly tell me what do we write in what's the opening for an informal letter?
Informal letter opening, it would be hello.
Okay.
Or dear somebody. Or
Okay,
dearest.
dear, and the name.
Yep.
Or
dearest to someone that is close to you or your family.
Yes, and then name.
Name.
Beautiful, good. So that is the opening for an informal letter, okay? And it remains the same. And how about background and purpose? How can we, what can we write for background and purpose? Jason?
Background purpose. Usually, how are you? Why? What's the reason you are writing?
Okay, so we can just start with, how are you, or how are you and the family? Long time no see. Because this is informal. Remember, in informal letter, the examiner expects you to write informal expressions. If you write formal words, formal vocab, formal phrases, so that won't be correct. You lose points there, for the content. Okay, for the grammar, sorry. So long time no see, or we can just say, how are you and the family doing? Something like this. Okay, so that would be the, so because for informal letter, there won't really be, okay, yeah, and after this, we will just say, I am writing for the purpose.
For the
Yep.
purpose, yeah.
I'm writing this letter
to inform or to tell you about.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So instead of inform, we can say to tell you about
To tell you about.
something, or, to invite you, because it's informal, so it can be an invitation as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Or, to give you some information on something like this one. So that would be your background and purpose. Okay. And then we have information A, B. So information A and B basically is, so you have to write everything in information A, B. So it would be why you're writing, what is it about? And, if it's an invitation, so about what, when is something happening? So all the WH questions will be answered in this part. That's your, so step 3 and 4. This is the very important part. So basically, let's say opening, background, or purpose, you can say. And so last 3, signal, close, and signature. These 5 steps are very simple. You can just, get used to of using just one sentence for each, because you'll get either of the letter, so either type. So you can just, just remember these sentences. This won't be just memorize these. But the main part of the letter is the middle part, which is information A, B, and so 5 step is actually information C. So it can be request, it can be suggestion, it depends upon the type of letter. So these 3, step 3, 4, and 5 are the important ones. You have to give all the details here, and you have to use good vocab, good grammar, sentences in this particular part, because the rest of it, opening is very simple. You can't do much with that. Signal, close is simple. Close is just, so simple. Okay, so let's do signal close. Andrea, can you tell me one signal close, one example of signal close?
I don't know. No idea, sorry.
Yep, yeah. So Andrea from eMuse or IELTS, anyone.
Okay, for informal, really?
Yeah, informal. So informal would be, who do we write the informal letters to, Andrea?
Sincerely or
Discuss.
Okay, that would be the
I looking at silent close. See you soon, or waiting for your answer.
Okay, yeah, waiting for your answer. Look forward to see you or to hear from you. Something like this. So this is called signal close. And so then next is close, or we can say closing. This one's very simple, but what do we use for the informal ones? Let's get Muhammad. Muhammad, what's the
Yes,
closing for informal letter? How do you do the closing?
we can say with love.
Okay, beautiful. Oh, I wrote it there. With love. Can there be anything else?
Much love.
Okay, yeah.
Lot of X. Lot of X.
Lots
Forward
of love.
regards.
Sorry?
Yours faithfully.
Forward
Faithful.
regards.
Warm regards. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yours
So,
faithfully.
yours faithfully. Oh, yes. But that would be used for your formal letter. Letta? This is informal. So we'll just stick with these ones, you know, with love and then your name, much love, lots of love, warm regards. So if you're writing to someone who's older to you, so elderly, you know, older to you, any person. So we can just write warm regards for respect. Okay, but if you're writing to a person, it can be your sibling, it can be your you know, family, friend, whosoever. So if you know, so for others we can just write any of these. But if it's elderly, then we can just write warm regards for respect. Okay, and so in informal letter, how do you signature? How do you sign?
My name.
Give a name. Only give a name.
Yeah, so just your given name. You don't have to write your full name. So for example,
And
sure.
and sick name.
Nickname.
Yes, nicknames. Yes.
It's okay. Yeah. So given name or nickname, we can write this as a signature in informal letter. So we can just say with love, and then your, for example, I'm writing a letter, so I'll just say with love and then Manpreet. Okay, so it can be nickname as well, but don't write your full name. It would be wrong. Okay, just remember the differences in formal, semi-formal, and informal letters. Okay, so these are the sentences. These are the steps basically, which
I
can
have
be
one question.
memorized. Yep. Yes, Levine.
I have one question here. As you said about the signature given name. So in that given name, suppose I have two friends with the same name. So how that person will get that this letter is from that particular friend only? Like,
Oh, you can use the nickname in that case.
Then sure. Then.
So you mean you
Alright.
have a same nickname and same given name?
no, not that's not possible. I think so.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but same given name can be possible, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's thousands of Manpreets. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I
Yeah.
was
So in
concerned.
that
Like,
case,
if we
we'll just write nickname.
okay.
You know? Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. All right. So these 5 steps can easily be memorized. Just memorize these. Whatever sentences you like, you prefer for each of the type of letter, just memorize those. Don't worry about these 5 steps. All you need to worry about is step 3, 4, and 5, where you have to provide details, where you'll be using, you know, a lot of grammar, different sentence structures, basically. The rest of the steps are easy and fine. Okay, so all right. Does anyone have any questions about this? Because I'm going to get rid of this from the screen. I'm going to erase this from the screen.
No.
I will just note it down. What?
Yeah. Just, yeah. Take a picture or, yeah, note it down. Let me know when you're done.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, no
Yeah.
problem. All right, okay. So now next thing that we have here is the vocabulary. So we have the formal words on the left-hand side in the table, but we have to, because this is an informal letter, so we have to use informal synonyms of these words. So let's try and think of the informal synonyms for these particular words. So for example, number one is delay or postpone. Something is postponed, or delayed. For example, you have you had a party planned, but it's been postponed. So instead of saying postpone or delay in your letter, you will write put off. Okay, and it's a collocation, so it's a phrasal verb actually. Okay. So this one is the informal version of it. All right. What if we, so the word is mention. Mention is, formal word. So I'm mentioning the names of the people for interview, the persons for interview. So what can be the informal version of it? Can anyone tell me the informal synonym of mention?
Tell.
Sorry, tell?
Tell.
Putting. Okay, that's fine.
There can be more than one. There can be more than one.
Say. To say.
So to mention, to tell,
To say.
to say. Wanted to tell, I wanted to say. Okay. What did you say, Levine?
I'm saying putting someone's name, so like putting maybe.
Putting. Not really. Not really. Yeah.
No.
So we can use
All right.
one of these. Yeah. To tell and to say. But
To
if you
know.
want to say to put, so you will have to write something else as well. To put the name
Oh,
of
yeah,
a
that's right,
person. Yeah. So it'll be a bit. So it won't be just a small phrasal verb. It'll be kind of a big phrase. Okay. How about investigate?
Check.
Sorry.
To check.
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 Close.
Look for.
Investigate.
Look for.
Yep. Look into.
Into.
Look into. Yeah. What did sorry, Levine, what did you say? Sorry. I forgot already.
I said to check.
To check.
Yes.
Okay, I won't say it's wrong, but it's not very appropriate if we look at this word, look into. So this is the same meaning. This has the same meaning, but just a different synonym, informal synonym. Okay. So if you have to choose between these two, so I would definitely go with look into. Okay. But let's say you're writing a letter, you can't think of any other word, but it's just investigate in your mind. So then to check is using to check is better than this one, investigate. Okay. Accept, everybody.
Got it. Yep.
To get.
Accept is to
Get.
To agree.
Okay, except it would depend, in what sense it's being used. So accepting an offer. So let's say it's about accepting a donation. What would you use instead of accept there?
To receive.
To receive or anything else? Jason, Mohammed, Jaya, everybody?
To gain.
To gain.
It. Uh,
Yeah, so we can say to
Receive.
How about
receive, to
receive?
get.
receive.
To get.
Gain.
Not, sorry?
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. I don't really agree with receive here.
Oh, okay.
Receive,
Yeah.
yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So to get, yeah, okay. And welcome is, yeah, a good word. So I'll just get rid of this one. Okay. To accept. I accept it. Okay. Oh. Okay, this one's a bit tricky. All right, moving on to the next one. Fight or quarrel. What can be the informal word for it?
To argue.
Yep, good. To argue. We can say to disagree. All right, learn and discover. Oh, okay. I just discovered so
Uh,
and so about somebody.
I want to ask about the argue thing. Is argue and fight same thing?
We can, so
Argue is like
argument, it can be
basically discussion,
argument.
right? Okay.
Not
No, but
really.
argument can be good argument as well, isn't it? Good argument.
Not really. Argument is considered as negative. Argument is not positive. So discussion is definitely
Or,
positive. But when you say heated discussion or argument, that's not positive. Make sense?
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody. So I discovered something. What did I do? I discovered a fact about
Find out.
so and so thing. Yeah, good.
Find out.
Yeah. Find out, or you'll change the grammar accordingly. Found out. Okay, good. Well done. Well done. Pursue. I'm going to pursue so and so profession
Go
or
ahead.
course. Go ahead with.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead with.
Follow.
Okay.
Follow.
Sorry.
Follow.
Go on.
Or no? Following. Or
To follow.
to
Okay.
follow. Yeah.
Or we can even say to opt for. So that would depend. If you're talking about, let's say, a course, so we can say to opt for. Okay, all right. And okay, so would you be able to do the rest on your own, or do you want to do it in the class? We can quickly do it, and then we can move on to the discussion about the letters. Anything you prefer, but I want you to use these words in your letters that we're going to write today. Let's just quickly do it. Maintain, everybody. Quickly, everyone has to participate, please.
19.
You know, so you have the formal. It would be difficult if I give you the informal words and to write the formal ones, but now we have the formal words, so we just have to think of the informal ones that we use every day.
Continue. Continue. Sorry.
Maintain. What if I
Maintain.
say keep up?
Yeah. Keep going.
Keep up or
Carry on.
carry on.
Yeah.
Maintain. I'm going to maintain a good relationship with them. I'm going to keep up a good. Carry on. Carry on having. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll have to use another word with it. Good. Beautiful. Respect.
Admire.
Look.
Admire would be
Oh, sorry.
a formal word. I
Respect.
look up to somebody. I look
I
up to them. Mhm.
Watching.
praise them.
Sorry.
Praise. Can you
Watching?
praise?
Praise.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Praise would be more like
Okay.
complimenting. You know. Yeah. So look up, we can say.
Regard.
That would again be a formal
Formal.
one.
also?
Yeah, yeah. So informal words are mostly phrasal verbs, you know? Yeah. Okay, repay. This
Payback.
one's simple. To pay back. Yeah, good. To pay back. Instead of saying I'll repay you, I'll just
Refund.
pay you back.
Bring back.
Refund.
Okay, good. Tolerate.
Put up with.
Ah, yes, good. To put up with. Beautiful.
Bear. Also. Bear with it.
Yep. To bear something. Mhm.
Yeah.
You can just change the grammar accordingly. Appear.
Show up. Show up.
Here would be show up. Okay. And then leave. Leave can be used as leave. It doesn't need to be. So leave is not a formal word. Okay. It can be used informally as well. Okay. Persuade. This one's definitely a formal one. Persuade.
Combines or
Convince.
convince.
Convince. Yep. To convince. Is there another formal, informal word for it? I can't think of any. Okay, how about test? Is it formal or informal?
It's informal.
It's informal. We don't need another word for it. Good. Reject.
Deny.
Decline.
Deny. Deny. To deny.
Deny. Good. To refuse. Or the most informal one is to turn down.
Turn down. Okay.
Yeah, good, Jason. Yep, turn down. All right, and two more. Serve. Serve.
Distribute. To distribute.
To serve.
Give
No,
out.
take it in a sense that you're
To
serving
distribute.
somebody.
Give out. Give out. Distribute.
To give.
Yeah.
Not
give
distribute here, because just take it as you're serving. So it can be anyone, just serving something. So
Giving?
to give, yeah,
Giving
or
out.
to provide.
Provide. Okay.
Yeah, to serve, to give, or to provide. All right, final, resolve differences. So the meaning of resolve is to find solution. And can we use differences in informal way?
Yes.
Can we just use the same word, or is there a synonym for it? Informal synonym.
Find problems.
To find solution for the problems. Okay. All right, easy. Okay, so that's all the synonyms, everybody. And yep, so this is the list. If you guys need, just take a picture of it. Because again, I'm going to erase it from the screen. And then we move on to a bit of discussion about the letters that we're going to write today. Okay.
Can you just scroll down, please?
Oh,
We can't
there's
see it.
yeah, there's just 2 more words, and we haven't written the meanings of those ones. Okay, can I erase it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So there were just 2 more words at the end. So serve is to give or to provide, and resolve differences was to find a solution for the problems. Okay. All right, everyone. So that's how, whenever you write informal letter, so you have to, any of the words that come to your mind and you feel are formal, you have to use the informal synonyms of those words. You cannot use the formal words in informal letter. And so same thing with formal letter, you cannot use the informal words, informal vocab in your formal letter. So you will have to think of the synonyms. So that's why it's always good to have a good list of vocab handy. So yeah, vocabulary is very important for IELTS. So yep, have a list ready. Okay. So these are some of the phrases that some of the examples here that you can use in your letters, which you can read on your own, I suppose. So opening can be dear and just the name of the person. You don't have to write the full name again, just the given name or nickname. And then closing would be all the best, love, best wishes, warm regards, whatever, and then your name again. And so starting your letter, this is the background or the purpose. So we'll just say, thank you for your letter. It was great hearing from you. Sorry, I haven't written for so long. I'm writing to tell you about, or I'm writing to invite you, whatever the letter is about, whatever the question is. And when you end your letter, so this is the signal close, give my love to your parents. I can't wait to see you. Write back and tell me all your news. Any of these. So just use these expressions when you write your letter. Okay. And now we have the first letter, the first question here, the practice exercise. For this one, a sample is given to you, but there's a few more for which you don't have any sample. So I'll quickly get Muhammad to read the question for me, please.
Yes. Only the question?
Yep.
Okay. Why you are selling the television? Describe the television.
It starts from
Suggest-
here. You want to sell your television?
Okay, you want to sell your television. You think a friend of yours might like to buy it from you. Write a letter to your friend. In your letter, explain why you are selling the television. Describe the television. Suggest a date when your friend can come and see it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Muhammad. So this is the statement, everybody, that, you have to sell a television and you feel one of your friend might buy it from you. And so in the steps, we had information A, B, and then request or suggest, which is information C. And these are 3 that you have to answer in those steps. So your question 1 will be information A, 2 would be B, and 3 would be C. And you have to address each and everything that's there in the question. Okay, so just like the essay question, you have to, if you feel it's a bit confusing, well, this one is not, but the formal letter questions can be a bit tricky sometimes. So read it a few times, you know, underline the keywords, try to understand everything, and then think of the ideas and later on start writing. So you have 20 minutes to write your letter for IELTS students. So I would say first, so we can't take 5 minutes for preparing. We can just take 2 to 3 minutes to understand this question and to think of the ideas, and then just start writing. And at the end, keep a couple of minutes to, you know, revise it, to edit it, or you can say proofread it. So this topic is simple: selling television, and then writing to your friend who might like to buy it. And number one is who you are selling the television. So you have why you're selling the television. You have to give reasons here. Describe the television. So how will you describe the television? Can anyone tell me? What will you talk about in description?
Yes, we
How
can
do
say
you
because
describe a
it is
television?
too big, or because it's too small, or because I bought a
Okay,
new
you will talk
television
about the
and
size of
I
the
don't
television.
need, yeah, I don't need it anymore.
Okay,
Size, old, and type.
good. You will talk about the size of it, how
Size,
old it is,
how many years old, and which type, which
what
brand.
type, yeah, is it?
Samsung,
And
Philips, I don't know which.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So what's the brand of it? And then we can talk about the features. What features does it have? Because nowadays televisions, you know, have many features. So you can talk about the type, the color. Is it? We don't have black and white anymore. So yeah, you'll talk about all the features here.
And how many was the new price, and which price don't know now, don't want.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. So that would come in the description. And then at the end, you will suggest a date when your friend can come to see it. So, you know, just think of a date and just put it there. You can just say, you know, next month, so and so date, or you don't have to give a specific date. You can just say, you know, end of last month, next month, or you know, a particular weekend, something like that. That would do as well. So you don't have to give one specific date. It can be 2 to 3 dates, and you know, your friend can just choose one of those. Clear, everybody? For this one, you have a sample letter written here, so you can just go through it. Let's do one thing. Let's take 2 to 3 minutes and quickly go through the sample letter, and then we'll move on to the next topic, next question, and we will actually, you know, think of all the ideas for step, you know, information A, B, and C. So before that, I'll quickly get you to read the sample letter. Just on your own, you don't have to read it loudly in the class. Just on your own, in your minds, just read it and get an idea how you have to actually write it. Okay, so 2 to 3 minutes, just let me know when you're done reading it.
Hi, Manvi.
Yes, Lavi.
Yeah, actually, I want to ask in the test, usually what's the ratio of formal and informal letters usually come in the question? I mean, what's the ratio between formal and informal?
It just depends. So I won't say, I would just say 60-40.
60 for formal and
So
40
60
for
would be formal, informal, yeah.
Alright. Because informal is a bit easy. It's just like a
Definitely.
like a normal
Definitely.
conversation which you're having
Yeah.
with somebody.
That's it. That's what you have to write. But yeah, but in case in informal letter you write anything formal, 1 or 2 words would be fine. But a lot of phrases that are formal, you lose points there. But whereas in formal letter, you have to think a lot. You need
Yeah.
good vocab. You need good sentence structures,
Sentence.
good grammar. You need
Good
good grammar
vocabulary.
in both. But in
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just basically the vocab.
But this informal letter can have a basic English, and you just need to convey what you are thinking of, and yeah.
That's it. In simple words. In simple words. Yeah. If you're lucky enough, you might get informal letter.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me know, everybody, when you all finish reading it, and then we can move on to the next one.
I'm done.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm
Andrea,
finished.
yeah. So, okay. All right. Okay. So I'll get Andrea to read the next question because you said you finished.
An English-speaking friend is coming to study in your town next year and has written asking for information and advice. Write a letter to your friends. In your letter, number 1, offer to find a place for him, her to live. Number 2, give advice about how to find a part-time job. Number 3, give information on where he, she can learn your language.
Good. Beautiful. So do you understand the question? Do you understand the statement and 3 bullet points?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you explain it in your own words? So simple sentence.
All right. You have a friend who wants to come to your country to learn your language.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see. And she or he need information, some advice about the course or
Place to live.
place. Yeah.
Okay. Place to live, and then so you will even give your friend an advice for any jobs, where he can find the jobs, and then finally
Finally,
where and how they can learn the language.
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful. All right. Because it is informal, so opening and closing remains the same, like this one. Okay, so there won't be a lot of changes to this one. So we let's not worry about that. So let's just talk about the 3 main steps, which are these bullet points here. Okay, so offer to find a place for him or her to live. what ideas can you write in this one? So just take, let's say, 5 minutes. Would you like to work in groups?